The golden age of the Silk Road came under the Mongol Empire, and we're going to look at how this massive empire brought security to the entire Silk Road. So as you create security for your kingdom as the warrior, the first thing you're going to want to do is to secure through familiarity. You don't want to try to secure things that are foreign to you. You want to secure what's familiar to you already. So the Mongols were familiar with the life of what happened on the Silk Road. The Silk Road was traveled by people just wandering across the landscape. They were also harassed by marauding armies. The Mongols, ironically, were both of these things in one people. They were the marauding armies, but they were also a traveling people, a nomadic tribe. So they understood what was going on the Silk Road very well. It was familiar to them. So as you secure what's familiar, then you want to secure through locations. One thing that was challenging about the Silk Road, it was very vast. And when traders had to spend all night outside, these marauding armies would often attack them. And the Mongols knew this. So what they did is that every 20 miles, they built a little, what they called a yam. This was a combination of a restaurant, a hotel, and a fortress, so that the traders could spend the night in the yam and then go the next 20 miles the following day to the next yam. So they never spent the night exposed. And you, when you build your security, you want to use locations, secure locations for people to come and experience the comforts of what you're bringing as a securing warrior. Lastly, though, you don't want to just secure what's familiar and use locations. You want to use identification. Now, on the Silk Road, there were many types of people. So the Mongol soldiers used very simple ways to identify. They used pieces of cloth, stone, with imprinted images to display which traders were of the highest rank. As you can see in this little picture, it's very clear who's who. You've got traders who are going to China, and you've got traders who are going to Europe. That's very simple. Unfortunately, in the real world, it's never quite this clear. So using a means of identifying who is in your kingdom is very important for you as a warrior. You want to secure what's familiar, you want to use locations, and you want to find a way to visually identify who is in your kingdom. Because security is based on what you can identify.